Hello again and welcome back to Legend of Keepers. I don't like leaving these games, partially finished. I'm halfway through anyway, so I figured I'd quite like to finish off this run through, and since I've recorded the first half, I may as well record the second. So week 24, I think I'll send someone on a business trip. So let's see, what's that he's going to give? A Fay of Melinda. I don't want to be too short-staffed for too long. I don't like losing my Frost guy, but I think he's going to have to be the choice. So then we'll go for a little bit of a workout, since I don't think I've shown one of these in the previous video, so I can gain some resistances at the cost of 30 tears. Gain some health at the cost of 60, or plus 60 health at the cost of some tears and some gold, or gain speed, which I think I want. I don't want to spend any tears. Oh, I forgot to spend that, doesn't really matter. I don't really want to spend any blood. I'm saving that for the event that allows the tax collector event that allows me to collect stuff. See, the engineer is actually not a bad option here because I get to upgrade one of my 2 traps. I'd like to get both of those to level 3 before too long. Another business trip. Or go for something. See, the trouble with plunder is you could potentially lose 3 random people, at least with the business trip. I only have to lose 1, and it will be my harpy on this occasion. That's a really nice trinket, but I don't want to lose one of my few tanky monsters. So here we go. Let's just have a look. Yeah, so my 2 gargoyles are back. I've got a couple slightly tanky fellas available. Yep, I think I'll risk it for a chocolate biscuit and take on a champion. This could be a good move, could be a silly move. See, this is a far from ideal set of monsters. I just don't have enough of the tankier types. Oh. Yeah, that's really hosed me. That's really bad. Oh well, never mind. Not much can be done for that. Yeah, I got very, very unlucky with the arrangement, both for monsters and traps here. Now we'll start off as standard, going for a bit of demoralisation. There's not an awful lot he can do, may as well just try to nuke that fella at the back there a little. He can add some more stacks. Unfortunately, he's had poison rather than demoralised stacks, but never mind. That is super unpleasant. Still, I've had worse starts. Just wondering, yeah, poison's not quite going to kill him. Let's just scare them all off. Yes. Well, turned out a lot better than I imagined it would. Definitely take El Chonky there. the Infernal Guardian. I need someone who's a bit tankier. Speaking of which, so it could actually upgrade those. He's incredibly expensive to upgrade. You know what is interesting? The game must have had an update quite recently, because this only used to ever show upward triangles. I didn't notice this last time. It's now actually showing what sort of buffs they're going to get from leveling. Previously it just showed that they would get an improvement. It didn't actually show what the improvement was. 325. Could upgrade those two, or I could upgrade El Chonky. He's really good for pumping out tons of damage for those times when a morale hammering build just isn't viable. I think I'll bump him up one as well. Again, just for those occasions when you need to damage rather than anything else. I have no cash, so I'm going to have to try a plunder. One volunteer for 3 weeks. Low risk. It's got to be the best one to go for, since I don't really want to lose too many people. Sanctuary allows you to buff. In fact, I'll just click it and show you. Sanctuary allows you to give penalties to the heroes at the cost of various amounts of stuff. I'm not actually going to do any of it, just showing that screen there. So I've got a choice of adventurers in the frozen caves, adventurers in the stronghold, or veterans in the frozen caves, which I shall take. Just have a quick look at their abilities. Okay, nothing too terrifying. I'll throw down a bone catapult. Really need to upgrade the other one of those. Oh no, this is a tricky decision. He's good for stacking extra stuff. We definitely want him in the middle. Kinda want him at the front, but I might actually take El Chonky at the front. I think 25% less damage for the others is nice at getting them to survive. I'm not sure I really need the damage from the Chonkster. I'll take the Demon Boy instead, who really does need to be leveled up, realistically. Then we'll take a Bone Catapult, and then there's me at the end there. So let's begin by stacking up some demoralization on them. I don't like the fact they're nuking the one right at the back there, that's very irritating. Okay, yeah, he's not super effective, but it's something. Just do some damage to that one, just in case. And later on it may be necessary to just finish that one off, rather than yeah. Got some serious morale heals there. Stack up some more debuffs. Hopefully they can't one-shot him at the back. Not quite. So we can stack up even more. And that did kill that one at the back there. Hoplite, who I erroneously referred to as a paladin, he is obviously based on a Greek hoplite or possibly a Roman, although Romans tended to prefer the gladius, using a pilum, which is a sort of spear with a very long lead point, to throw that before engagement, then preferring the gladius once combat was joined, whereas hoplites tended to use spears at all times. For upgrading the Slave Master, might as well just go for the Whiplash, just to, you know, give them a good beating if they get that far. I do kind of want to see how expensive he's going to be to upgrade 300. Yeah, we'll take that. The level 3 might be better. The monsters can be upgraded up to level 4 at a maximum. I think I might send someone on a business trip, actually. I don't really want to lose any of these people, but I'll send him away temporarily. I'm not too concerned about fixing my saw, and firing them is definitely better than forgiving them. If you forgive them, they might do it again. So let's take on another team of veterans. Again, nothing too concerning on those. It's not ideal, but fine, so be it. I think I'll put the orc at the back this time. Just immediately start off with a little bit of unpleasantness. Oof. Yeah, the one at the back rarely survives a round. In theory, I really should put someone a bit tankier at the back, but you know, you play with what you've got. You know, if you put someone tanky at the back and leave someone weak at the front, that just means they die fast. It's not a massive concern, really. So these are all actually much more they're definitely getting trickier to get rid of now. But it looks like I'm still going to make it without needing to worry about getting myself into combat, which is always ideal. So for 3 options, I'm kind of tempted by another one of those flame eaters. I think I'll take the cash just to upgrade my current stuff. So yeah, we'll go for a trainer, see what the flame eater gets upgraded to. Oh, I can't because he's still away. Oh well. It's kind of tempting to make him even tankier. Do they get upgraded a little bit more hitty? Tempting, but it doesn't really upgrade any of their skills. And make him super good. Make him a little better. That is the only real issue with these, is they get quite expensive for what is in reality fairly minimal upgrades, but I use him a lot. I use them a lot as well, so I might just upgrade those. I might just take him up to level 3, make him slightly beefier. See, Misty, he gets a good upgrade, but I rarely use the Ghost. And we're on week 38, so we've not got long to go, I think. I'll just get the last tier of upgrades for the gargoyles, since I do use those a lot. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just spent that little bit too much to get a very cheap upgrade for him. Let's go for another event. No, I don't really want another ice monster. I will, however, take on another team of veterans. Let's see. Broken armor. Can't be affected by demoralized. That is very annoying. So he's going to need to be beaten down a bit. Throw down a bone catapult. I mean, the others we still want to put the beats on quite a lot. So that guy's just going to have to be direct damage. Doesn't help one of my main damage dealers is the big ice monster that he's got incredibly high resistance to. God, this is going badly already. Again, I know there's nothing much I can do to him. Okay, that is properly painful. I think I may have to get involved personally here. Okay, let's try taking him down a little bit. That ain't terrible. I mean, she will go regardless. And if he can kill that one. Yeah, because she's not going to survive the next two traps, morale-wise. Well, the spell and the trap combined will definitely stop her. See, it's getting closer. It does get much trickier towards the end. I would imagine in the full version of the game it goes beyond the first year and you just play until you get defeated. Engineer. Yeah, I would quite like to upgrade my other bone catapult again. Business trip. RP, well, in 12 weeks time the game will be over. But since I never use a harpy anyway, just get the gold. I don't really fancy, a lot of the events can be bad, so I don't really fancy that. I'll just take a merchant as a free pass. Now the collectors, this is something I haven't shown yet. So yes, I think they really need to work on these, because that should really be paying them the taxes, and that would be losing blood to take gold. So I think they need to work on this a bit. But yeah, I'll take the negative blood. That's why I was keeping the blood. It's not so much for upgrading at the gym as it is just for that particular event. I think I'll take on some more veterans. Now then, let's just take at these. Again, no matter what I send in, they're going to get absolutely wrecked by these, I think. But I'll send them in anyway. And then trap-wise, definitely a bone catapult. Tanky dude at the front. Gargoyle, and then Shouty Orc. Spell, then my other bone catapult, and hopefully they won't actually make it to me. Ooh, that's painful. That's interesting, he didn't actually get a turn at all. He got nuked down before he got a chance to do anything. That's... Well, that was a distinctly unsuccessful first round of monsters. Let's hope this sponge can do a little bit more. We're definitely stacking the morale debuffs. They should go off all the way from here on. I think if we can survive another round, I mean just the gargoyle followed by the spell and the traps should finish these off without too many problems. Yeah, Terror Scream, that'll get rid of her. It's getting dicey and I'm not even into the champions yet. These are only veterans. Nothing much here I really want. I'll just go for an event, why not? Yeah, I'll take some human thighs. I've not shown the seminar yet, so I might as well show that. So, similar sort of thing. Only instead of debuffing the adventurers, this buffs me. The only one I can afford is the Occult Rite for extra fire damage. I don't really use fire damage a lot. If I was a heavy fire damage type of demon, then that would be a bit more useful. I'll tell you what is interesting is you don't get many champions. See, previous to this, I'm sure it was only 2-3 days ago I last played, I had I think 3 different champion events. I'd never seen full sets with adventurers and veterans. It had all been adventurers up to a certain point, then adventurers all veterans, and then veterans all champions, followed by a champion at the end. So there have definitely been a few tweaks in the few days that have passed since the last time I played this. I mean, it is obviously an ongoing game. I'll tell you what's also making this run a lot easier than earlier runs. The adventurers used to have buffs that would heal 10% of their life after every single round, or 10% of their morale after every single round. So you had to build a team of monsters and traps that were capable of either taking their hit points away or taking their morale away. I have noticed none of them have those listed as passive abilities. That could be RNG dependent, or it could just be they've tweaked the game to make it easier, because it was significantly more difficult back when they were healing. You know, I mean, this one's got 460 hit points. They're healing 46 a turn. It becomes very difficult to take them out health wise. And this one here with 350 morale when they're healing 35 morale every turn. Again, it makes it very difficult, so you had to build teams For example, if this front position here was healing morale every turn and you wanted a morale removal build, such as one I favour, you would have to stack a lot of monsters that could do a lot of damage to the person in the first position there, to kill them first before then focusing on the morale debuffs for the others. But that doesn't seem to be an issue. I mean, on the one hand, obviously it makes the game easier, which I assume a lot of people are in favour of. But I don't know, I quite liked. It was much more challenging. It was very easy to die when you had more champions and they had stronger passive abilities. I understand making the game a bit easier, a bit less frustrating, but yes, I am very much in two minds about this. See, without those 10% heals every turn, it makes the entire thing. You can really focus on going pure morale or pure hit point. You don't really have to worry anywhere near so much about building a more balanced set of monsters. That's not to say the game is massively easy. Obviously, it still is somewhat RNG dependent, and you do still have to use the correct attacks with the correct monsters and really spec towards predominantly going for one style of combat. But now it does feel like I can really go all in on morale and not have to worry about damage at all. And if I were to play it again, I suppose I could go all in on damage and not worry about morale at all, which makes the game far, far simpler. But they might possibly have buffed the champions. That is entirely possible. They may have made those really deadly. I mean, this isn't even a particularly strong run, if I'm honest. I've had runs where I've had a lot more where I've had 4 level 4 monsters and 3 maximum upgraded traps and so on, and still suffered a lot more damage. So this is going into the final week now. So here I can pretty much spend up. I'm not too concerned about upgrading him at all. What I really want is just to make the tanky guys even more tanky. I might just train him up a bit. That makes him more fire resistant. I might just give him a little bit of a bump there. You just give pretty much all my primary team a bit of a bump, just as we go into the final week, where we must face a champion. So let's see what he's got. Yeah, so this is the Hoplite champion. There is also a Druid warrior type champion. Yeah, see, even these are nowhere near, they don't have the super strong passive abilities that they used to get in previous playthroughs. So anyway, no gargoyle, that's irritating. Let's go for the chonk at the back there. And it's screwing me on my traps, never mind. Big fella, double gargoyles. We'll just take a rallying horn. Actually, no, we'll take a poison start. I will take a rallying horn. And a spell, and then there's me. I've not had to fight at all in this playthrough, which shows how much easier this has gone than previous playthroughs. That's very unpleasant. Yeah, their once per game abilities are so strong. I'm very upset about that, not getting to double catapult. However, this is where it really starts coming good. Yeah, I know it seems bad them all dying so fast, but that does mean they've not had many turns for this to tick down. Good burning whip. I'll just go for the intimidation. And then they finally get to face me, as you can see. Sort of centaur with some armour and an axe and a whip. And they run away before I even get to attack. Well, I might just upgrade my Aegis. Congratulations on your career. So the gold gathered is purely the gold at the end of turn. Obviously week 52. Lost 48 employers, defeated 6 heroes. Again, that only counts the ones that you kill, rather than the ones you force to run away. But that is pretty much the end screen. So all you can really do from here is restart all over again. That is the end of a run through of Legend of Keepers. Thank you for watching.